What's going on, everybody? It's our final stream. Here, I'm going to turn this music thing off. Whoop. K4K National Golf Club. No, I'm good. I think he's in my stream earlier this week trying to get me to play that. Hey, come on. He's a new designer. Cut him some slack. He's proud of his first course. Remember how crappy your first course most likely was? Give him a break. Give him a break. Or just working on what we were working on yesterday. Ben's here for the hole signs. Oh. Some guy told me he was upset with your... Well, not upset, but... he didn't understand about your hole signs. And I told him not to listen to you. I told him if he wants to put hole signs on his course, he can put fucking hole signs on his course. Don't listen to Ben. I don't know. Some guy. Can't remember what his name was. Apparently you reviewed a course of his and it had hole signs on it. And you didn't like him or something. I don't know. Whoops. Ugh. All right. We are... World Cup alternate course. Yeah, that might have been it. That might have been it. I think you're right. So we are working... We started just kind of playing with this rocky texture, and then I kind of went a little overboard, as I always do. And this is like our test hole. And yeah, I mean, I kind of just said, like, at the end of the day, that's that kind of, you're not going to get, like, not going to be the difference between a good course and a great course is your hole size, but you can go a bit overboard with anything. All right. We still have to work on the green and all that, but I just wanted to see how this looks, and I kind of like it. I kind of like it. It says it looks nice. Little opener, 590 yards. So potentially a 2-shotter. Could be a 3-shotter, depending on the wind. Pinched it at the landing zone because I'm a dick. That's okay. You can clear it. Oh, never mind. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Oh. Brutal. It is a narrows. Any tips on must-dos for up-and-coming designers? Ooh. Oh, practice. It's a pretty vague one, but let's practice and... Oh, what? Hold on. A wedge is not clearing this? Oh. How deep is that? Maybe we need to re-examine my bunker depth. Could go bunkerless and make them rock faces. I thought about that, Trace. This course didn't mean to go so rocky. It just kind of did. That's not bad. It is 4 feet. Yeah, your first courses are gonna be not very good. So just take that into account. And you'll get better with time. It's not something you're gonna get good at immediately. Maybe that's a bit better. We're gonna build a par 3 today. Get it out of there? Let's see. What's up, Pac-Man? I mean, with a wedge. You know what? I'm okay with these being a little more penal. Gray walls. See, my original, I'll show you my original. My original inspiration for this course is nowhere near. It was gonna be a little mix of kind of open and, let me bring it up here. Could be this one. Relatively new course, not too far from, 2 hours from me. But I mean, I was kind of going. This is not it. Kind of a little bit rockier. I don't know why it's so blurry, but yeah, it's got some like rocky outcroppings and things like that. But and then, you know, some swaths of fescue. And it's a pretty track. But I don't quite have the plant meter.
To right. Getting your speed and brake right on this green is never easy.
Bunkers are nice.
4 is a terrific score. 4 is on the golf course. And off the tee where you're actually aiming.
I mean, kind of what I was hoping for. I'm nowhere kind of near that yet, but not like gray, not that much like what you're talking about with gray walls, but yeah, I don't know. That's my original, and then you just start building, and then it kind of goes off track a bit, but you're like, eh. But I think for this par 3, we're going to try to build. I might incorporate some higher, rockier ridges here. All bunkers, no fairways. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I mean, listen, if I was trying to get the exact look, then we're just copying golf courses. Gotta have a little flair to it. I don't know. Yeah. We'll work on the green at another point. I don't feel like working on that right now. Okay, let's examine par 3. Now, I think we're gonna kind of raise and add some rocky ridges and stuff like that here. So right now, this is not. Yeah, that's kind of what I try to do as well. I mean, I'm never able to get it to look exactly how I initially want it to look. That out. All right. Okay, it's not a bad little green site there. Now, what's up, man? Charlie's here. All right. So, I kind of want to do something a little similar with the rocks. So I kind of want to make this kind of rocky as well. I kind of want to also have a ridge maybe extend over to here. Otherwise, it looks a little silly. You're gonna have a big open space here, so I'd like to have that covered up. Trying to think, how am I getting hole 1 to hole 2? I guess I'm making an awkward jaunt around here. Who cares? Fine. Fine. Yo, what's up? A little much here. Those ridges kind of connect, I think. That'll eventually be all rock too, I think. So much rock. What am I gonna do over here? Almost just kind of close it in. Okay. So I have to manage here because I've got a big open space that's not going to be used for anything. That I have to hide. How can I effectively hide it? I mean, I could build an entire course to frame my golf course. Good idea. I was thinking a hill slash large mountain. You know you have too much time on your hands when you build an entire other golf course to frame your current golf course. I respect it though. Gotta figure something out there. I mean, I respect the dedication. It's a lot of work for something that 99% of people will not notice you did. I love it. Respect. All right. You're numb. Well, how long does it take to build a full course? There we go. There's our favorite question. 20 to 40 to a couple hundred. I mean, I'm predicting this course, if I finish it, it's probably going to be in the 60 to 70 hour range. It's not easy. It's not easy. 7 minutes. What's up, reteach? 300 hours. Oh my. You're crazy. All right, what do we got? 180-yard hole. Well, let's actually put down a golf hole here maybe first. What do I see? This is the fun part. What do I see? First off, I see many trees. Yeah, that's don't think 300 is normal. I mean, new designers will be. You know, you can probably put something decent together in 20 hours. It won't be very good, but takes time. What's up, everybody? Thanks for hopping in and hanging out. It's gonna be our last day stream for a while. I mean, weekends are change, but no more weekday streams for a while. Till summer, and even then there won't be as much there used to be. $270 hours in your first two courses. That's a lot. What do you do to make a course more difficult? I don't usually design for difficulty, but I'm thinking about angles into the green. I'm thinking about undulations. I'm thinking about fairway widths. I'm thinking about a lot of things. Wind direction, potential. Yeah. It's hard to do right. Exactly. You know, you can make a course artificially hard by just, you know, putting water everywhere or making the fairways super small or whatever, but stumped here. R3s are hard to make interesting, I find sometimes. Okay. Getting your butt kicked with your 72 overall. I'm having fun playing rounds with just like the default level 65 golfer. Now you can't set default wind direction, but you do keep in mind like, hey, how's this gonna play in a tailwind, a headwind, a crosswind? I mean, it's not something I obsess about, but it's something I keep in mind. So we can put a T there. A T here. We'll raise it up a bit. This also happens. Some days you get in, the ideas flow, and then you literally sit on it for a few hours, and then all your ideas disappear. At this point, it's like, maybe you just go on to another hole. Okay. Well, let's just see how big this green is, first of all. Do, 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 do. These are tough. Especially when you're trying to... You notice it is harder and harder to come up with ideas while you're streaming too. Not recommended. Is this... What was the width here? I think I used 3, didn't I? No, I didn't. I used 3.8. Okay. Okay. And plot's easier to stream though for some reason. Takes my mind. Yeah, I mean, when I was building this plot on stream, it wasn't too bad, but Yeah. Whole ideas. They're a little bit tougher. You know, it's almost like picturing like me sitting here trying to think about what to do, and then there's like 30 of you just like behind me, just like looking over my shoulder, like, what are you gonna do now? Oh, I wouldn't do that. Oh, I don't know about that. Know what I mean? Okay, maybe. Like that. Oh yeah, I'm fully aware most people are not actually directly watching me, but you know what I mean. Little background noise, right? Okay. I think we could put maybe a bunker here. I'd like to figure out how to make bunkers that are like have slightly sharper edges. The only way I can feel like I can do that is with... Can't really do it with splines. I really like this one. Cinco Nova. Psycho Nova. I don't know. Something Nova. For the follow. Oh no, I'm just trying stuff right now, so. Hold tight. I used to do my bunkers like this. That gives it that kind of slightly sharper look to it. Still not quite what I'm looking for, but... Do want another bunker down here. Do I? I don't necessarily need one. Oppo. No more game giveaway, key giveaway. I don't have any more keys right now. I may have some more soon, but not as of right now. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Let me see once I put this down. How she looks. Then we'll get into some planting maybe. Okay. Not sure about my texture choices either. I need a sculpting tutorial. Forgot how to do this. I don't know, all of it. How to make it look like how I want it to look. Never can get it. I think I make my brush too big. That's my... I just think my technique is bad. Yeah, I'm definitely less flat. I definitely don't use flatten as much. Whatever. Fine for now. More to get an idea here. We're still doing test holes here. That's not bad. Maybe a little bit too much coming down this way, but not too bad. Not a very good transition, is it? Here's someone upstairs. My wife's not home. Might get murdered, everyone. Might be next door. Fuck is that? We had a good run. Better. Okay. So what do I want to do here? Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing next, is we're going to do a little planting. That always makes me feel better. Alright, so I think what we're going to do here... This is going to be kind of a larger area of just kind of grass planting, I think. Down in here. And we'll try to rock this up. I did switch up the rock textures last night at the last minute. I like the darker look. Just paint it first and then we'll sculpt it a bit better. I legitimately think there's someone in my house. Hold on. All right, I'm alive. Thought it was petty. Yeah, no, I think it's my neighbor. I think he's working on that wall. His house is not quite connected, but I think it looks like he's working outside, so I think that's what I'm hearing. My wife and daughter are at the movies. I did not have to go see Snow White. That is a win. Oh yeah, she got back from Costco. Everything's fine there. Try. We're braving Disneyland this summer. Oh. What is that? Big Paris? Disneyland Paris? Nice. Honestly, it's a good age to do it at. So how old's your youngest? Lily? Lily? Like the blending on the terrain, green tones. Yeah, I still got to put in a little bit of. Yeah, that's like just some grass. Yeah, because if you paint it straight on, it starts to look shiny and gross. He's 4. Yeah, that's perfect age. Oh, brother-in-law works for Disney. Boom. Yeah, I'm about Disneyed out after our Hawaii trip. Hawaii Disney. Disney Cruise, Disneyland twice, Disney Hawaii. It's a lot of Disney. The mouse has a lot of my money. That isn't doing as much as it used to now that I've changed. Well, that's okay, though. Yeah, it is pretty crowded. It can be pretty crowded. I don't know how it works at the Paris one, but we have to like. It was helpful to get the like lightning lane or whatever, where you can like skip the lines with some of the rides. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a big ride guy, so. But I went on a few. I went on pretty much every one at Disneyland. Okay. It's looking okay. Trying to think of what the planting's gonna look like. Yeah, I like the combo too. And then it's just gonna be like a light smattering of grasses and a light smattering. Or at the bottom here. At first I looked at these grasses and I'm like, I don't know how they look, but I think they do a good job of like thickening up your grass and just adds a little more volume to your grasses because they take up more space because they're bent. This one too. Makes it look a little windswept, I guess. More distinct models. Yeah, I mean, I agree. All these models are pretty similar. One's a bit thicker, I would say. But, I mean, that's hard to do, too. I mean, how the hell do you make grass look different? Yes, you can, but... I know what you mean. A lot of the same stuff. Well, the non-colored varieties are too, like, these are too bright. Those look like garbage from a long distance. Like, look at this. Ugh. It renders real weird. Like, it gets thick, and then it thins out, and then it thickens up again. Like, why? None of these are usable. They all do the same thing. These are fine. I can actually add some more of these at some point. But yeah, like, these are all kind of doing the same thing. Really just these. The last two of the orange ones. These ones? Yeah, they're a little better. Yeah, no, they are at least usable, these ones. Yeah, they just render very strangely. I love how we still have the old ones. The old ones, you know, still hold up, I think. Depending on what you want to look, what you want to do. Ah, they look terrible now, don't they? They look awful. Finding about 50% weathering on this grass. Seems to be the number. Just having some mix of some green and yeah, that'll work. Wish you could weather the bushes. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the next game AI will plant the course for us. Look terrible. They'll have to redo it all. Spend an hour messing with the topsoil. Yeah, I mean, that's what we did at the start when we were building this. And we found, like, I really like this combo. Like a dry... Yeah. I mean, we're always going to be finding new ones. I don't think I would call their auto-gen any sort of AI. Yeah, I hope they add some new ones too. I just find they do just some weird... Some of them just do some weird things. Some of them don't do anything. Ooh, what happened there? The fuck? Why is there a bush here I can't delete? It kind of jumped out, and now I can't access it. What? Oh, there it is. See it. Oh, does it? Okay, hold on. Let's... Oh, yeah, you're right. Weird. We figured it out. We figured it out. Yep, I think that's pretty good. Just a few of these little ones. I know, we thought we had someone in our house. We have phantom bushes. It's a spooky stream. Yes, that is what the back button does. Isn't it 10? I feel like it does 10. At least on PC it does 10. Okay, that's looking better. These are a little too green, but can't get around that. All right. Gonna have good shadows here on this hole. We keep this. Okay. Why do I feel like I want to put a pond here? Much as that sounds like the worst thing in the world, but... Or a pond over here. Well, that's not really in play. See how it looks. What's up, Caleb? Playing career mode? Watching your stream? Oh yeah, career mode. I was really excited about career mode this year, and then I was like, oh, this career mode's good, and then I just haven't touched it. I think I won the Masters, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's good. Alright, well, let's try this here. Okay. Ah! What? God, I love this tool. So good. Done. No notes. Jesus. Yeah, this is where disable terrain effects. That's what it is. That's what disabling terrain effects does. Weird. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Smoothy smooth. Enable surface effect. And we'll drop it in. Oop. Oop, oop, oop. Hey! A lake. A stream, a pond. That's not bad. Actually, that looks pretty good. You know what? It's not bad. Once you deal with all that, it's fine. I like my puddle. The thing I like about making the water plane a little bit bigger is now you can kind of fiddle with this a little more. And then you can kind of treat it like a water plane. Oh, too far. But always make sure you go around and make sure you don't have any McConnell issues here. Over McConnell. That's good. They're not bad. I mean, I'm playing around with them this week before I made that tutorial. And once you figure out kind of what they do, it's not as broken as I thought it was. I thought it was like real broken. But yeah, some of these things don't do anything, right? Like build depth, what does this do? Nothing. Unless if you turn this off, because then it does something? No. Ah! I have no idea why it did that. That's a cool hole, actually. Good lord. Okay, we've got a little kind of mountain pond here. Well, I think we can actually... this here. Okay. Better. Yeah, I think just the fill depth, you just have to raise and lower the spline. That's essentially what the depth is. But I mean, that didn't take long, what I did. That took like a minute. Yo, Mello, what's up, buddy? Oh, the Costco pizza was very good. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. I've heard if you have auto flattened your course, fill level slider and whatnot doesn't do it. No, I don't think no matter what you do. I don't know. Maybe. Designing is going. We'll say that. It's going. We're playing around with things. Jacolby. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So, yeah, after today, we will be going back to Thursday night. Probably around like 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And then I will do occasional Friday streams too, depending on what's going on in my life. But, yeah. Water fixed yet? Well, look, I made a pond. It's usable now that I've kind of figured it out. What if I put another pond there? That looks stupid. Were they connected? That looks stupid. Never mind. This tree line is being a bitch. What's up, Matt F? 27 TGC. How are you, good sir? Okay. All right. Well, now, what are we doing with the tree line, and what are we doing with rocks? What are we doing with many things here? What's this gonna be? Decisions, decisions, decisions. Hanging in there? All right, that's good. Good. Now, I'm just wondering about this hill. Is this hill gonna look better? Yeah, it's an 18-hole routing. Come on. It's great, too. I mean, I like it. I like it. I think we've got some fun ideas in here. I found the trick. I did not I did not get rid of the auto flattening. I think that helps me. It helps my brain. Yeah, all the stuff flattens when I put down a surface, but it's actually not... I mean, it's how I used to design. And I think it's just helping me open... I don't know, it's... I can't build a plot like some of you guys can. Like, I need to see these little bumps and stuff, and then I can add them back in if I need to, or try to. How do you turn the flattening off? I did cover it in my first video. But basically, you just take a giant square brush and just flatten the whole plot. But then you have to add in all your undulations and that stuff yourself. Which, honestly, as a new designer, would not recommend. But what am I going to do here? I'm just going to plant this. Maybe a bit of planting, a little bit of rock. I'm just running around like a... Okay, let's just get something going here. I'm just like, I'm gonna float around, not do anything. We're gonna mix in a bit of rock. All the way up. There's just gonna be a lot of rock on this course. I don't care anymore. Yeah, surface painting is the bomb. I'm digging the, Look how easy that was. Less than 10 hours? It's wild. Yeah, music is better today, huh? Look, I even figured out how to do like a little Spotify thing, and it actually shows what big music's playing. It's kind of cool. And I figured out how, if I'm just streaming on Twitch, I figured out how to actually play good copyrighted music, and then the VOD will scrub it out. But for some reason, if you stream on both YouTube and Twitch, it doesn't let you do that. At least not from what I found. 2 design sessions. Wow. You madman. Yeah, I still love planting, so helps cover up my poor hole designs as best as possible. Still like it. There we go. Okay. Then, well, this is called Carnahan Ridge. So there's gonna be a lot of ridges on this course. Very ridgy. Unemployed with... Still looking, huh, Matt? Sorry to hear, buddy. Okay. industry practically doesn't exist right now. What were you doing before? Remind me. Oh. Yeah, you guys don't have a government down there, do you? Oh, wow, that's quite a name. Do I have any mods in here? Yeah, it really did. See, Royce found Twitch. Oh, God. Shockingly, no one is hiring. Oh, man. That sucks. Oh man, this is good. It's getting better. Getting better. I am gonna be no, not these trees. These trees are just auto-genned in there right now. Just again to give me ideas. Auto-gen's not necessarily always a bad thing. No, Mad F, all good, buddy. Yeah, it is generally useful. Just don't use it to build any actual golf holes, but use it to give you ideas. Mmm. Look at that. Makes me kind of excited. Oh. Free showed up. Why does that happen? So who's winning the Masters this year? The one golf tournament I watch. The one tournament I watch. I'd like to watch the Open, but it's on way too early for me. By the time I wake up, like everyone's done, and I don't like it that much to wake up at 2 in the morning to watch it. What's up, Dominator? Here's your super useful for routing. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm using them for, too. A little bit. Not Rory? I mean, if Rory's going to win it, he's on a bit of a heater right now, isn't he? Sort of, I guess. He's playing some good golf right now. Bryson. What do you guys think about Bryson now? Do you like him again? Do you like him now, or do you still can't stand the guy? Can't stand him? I used to hate him. I don't know. I'm softening to him. Yeah, I do remember when he used to say, when he said it was, that Augusta was a par 67. That was good. That was good. Oop. Goodbye, trees. Okay. So I do have to make... I guess to get to from 2 to 3, you're going to have to walk through here. I have to remember to keep that not planted as much. Auberg. I do like Ludwig. Build a path. Yeah, we can build a path. Usually I don't really deal with that until like I'm gonna have to do like a path this way as well. Yes. All right. Now, the Gala. Gala. Okay. A little more painty paint. YouTube golf is like crazy. I didn't understand the level of how crazy YouTube golf was until I was at the waste management for this thing. And like, just like, wow, this is more popular than I thought. Like, I don't really watch it, like, at all. But I do see I do see the appeal in it. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little more painting. Thanks, Ben. Watch a couple channels. Major one I watch is Trotty. I've never even heard of him. Trotty. I guess I could have done that all throughout, huh? Tailor-made. Oh, okay. Bitter. Nice. Taco golf. Nice. I think I've seen those ones. Yeah, it's just minimalistic, right? Why am I not surprised that's Ben's favorite channel? I love that. That's definitely a Ben vibe. This is definitely a Ben vibe. Let's do a little bit more painting. It's just fun to paint. Painting is just fun. Just playing with the different intensities and what you make. Nice to be genuinely enjoying doing this again. Too deep. Yeah, we've definitely gotten a little away from our original inspiration. Years of us having to try to break the designer to get unique looks. Yeah, now it's just like, hey, here's a whole bunch of stuff. Paint away. Great. It is great. All right. How are we gonna plant this? Do I want to do trees here? Kind of like a layered look. Like I could have, I want trees down here, but I could have trees here, and then trees up here. Let's put those in first before we get to... Day you build, of course, exactly the way you imagine is the day it's time to throw in the towel. Yeah. Yeah, no, of course, definitely becomes its own thing. And an ace in career mode? Heck yeah. Greens are just a little too deep. Finding. Varying the size. All right. These are finally annoying me. Almost dunked an 80-yarder for eagle at Brohoff. Whoa! Look at you. How's Brohoff playing this year there, Mello? Courses are always evolving. Yep. Like real life, for sure. I struggle with tree lines. Getting them to look Getting them to look natural is a little tricky, I find, sometimes. Getting temps of 17 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's pretty good. I think it's supposed to be... Today's supposed to get up to about that here. 17 in freedom units? What's that? That's... low to mid 60s? No, I don't think it's 70. It's 23 Celsius or 22 Celsius, I think is like 73 Fahrenheit. So I think it's like mid 60s. I think I just need a few more of these smaller ones in here just to kind of cover the... I did find like a crooked one that might actually work here. 62, 63. There we go. But no, I have not had a chance to get out yet. I've been to the range, and the plan was to get out this week, but it did not happen, unfortunately. Throw a couple in here. They still not quite the same species, but that'll do. I'd kill for right now in Minnesota. You guys still got snow? Beautiful day here today. See the mountains, snow-capped mountains. Man, I am very lucky to live where I live. Step outside and, yeah. On a clear day, it's just like, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. If I could play one course in the world, I think it would probably be like a Tara Edie, probably. Or I want to get out to Bandon. Like, that's the most realistic one that I'll play one day, but yeah, isn't it like impossible to get on there? Yeah. My aunt and uncle are actually, I was on Facebook there this morning. They're in New Zealand golf. They're big golfers, so, and they're in New Zealand, and they played today. But I'm wondering if they're gonna play Tara Edie. They might. They always are playing at like crazy courses. Where did they play today? Or yesterday? First day's in Auckland, golfing in the north. Looked pretty nice. Right on the ocean. Not sure what course that is, but it's not Tara Edie. But yeah, they're like... My uncle's like I think he's like a 3 or a 4 handicap, and he's like 73 or 74. Like, he's still real good. Cyprus. Nice. You can get on a day on... Yeah, if you aren't too picky on tee times, true. I am getting to be a little bit of a fair weather golfer now. Like, so I don't know. Bandon, I might just be like, I don't want to play in the rain. But it's like, I'm going to have to if I want to get on there at one point. Oh yeah, he's right at shoot his age. I don't think he's done it yet. But yeah, he's a solid golfer. Do I like this tree line here? I don't know if I like the secondary tree line. But yeah, I'm excited to get out Well, our golf team, our school golf team is starting, I think, in the next couple weeks. But it is quite hard to find time to get out there with them. It's funny, we have like 5 kids on our team, but we have like 4 coaches, more because we just want to play free golf. Plus, when you have 12-year-olds that are like 90 pounds and they can hit the ball like 280, it's real discouraging. It's like, oh my god. I don't know about these secondary trees here. I think that's kill. I don't like these. Get them out. Get them out. Oh, don't. Stamp. Lofton. Oh yeah, you played there, didn't you? That would be a fun one. I played it in VR. Does that count? We have, I mean, I remember it being tough on Golf Plus, but yeah. I mean, way up north in Canada, it can stay bright all day, but the golf courses up there are, you have to carry a mat around because it's all like dirt. So you hit your ball off a mat, and then you just carry the mat around, and then you put the ball on the mat, and you hit it again. Yeah, never been crazy far up north before. $1:20 a.m. tea time. How much is it to play there? Mellow. Yukon is beautiful. Yeah, I have a colleague who's teaching up there now. You get northern allowance up there too. $100? What? That's crazy. So cheap. All right, Caleb, later. Oh yeah, March Madness. How deep into the tournament are they now? Twilight setting for Loft and on TrackMan used to be under the northern lights because they're actually happening when they scan the course. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. So many good spots to put Bruce the Moose. I don't know where to put him. Spent a month up in the Yukon on military? Okay. Elite 8 today. Ah, all right. I was like watching the first couple days and then I lose interest. This is actually good because now I don't really have to plant much in terms of grasses, maybe a few, but... And we're keeping the plant meter down, which is our #1 goal. Still have to plant in here too. Ugh. Of course, it's gonna take a while. I hope I have the time to. I mean, I'm gonna finish this course, I think, but it really just depends on how much time I get to finish it. I think I'll get to a state where the planting will get quicker, but I don't know. These bushes are so good. What's up, Stan? Is your inspiration for this course Dante's Hole? Dante's Hole 3. What a course that was. Maybe my favorite one to play this break. Put Bruce on top of the clubhouse. Whoa, that's very, very, very optimistic, thinking this course is going to have a clubhouse. At that point, we might just throw down a helipad and call it a day. That's my cop-out. Yeah, no, sorry, you can only fly in here. I don't make the rules. Are a good Augusta? I don't think so. Is Augusta a good golf course? Or are we just like tied to the vibe of it? I don't think it's a very good golf course. I think it's got some good holes. But I don't know. If it's like if you could play any course in the world, Augusta wouldn't even pop up for me. Yeah, it's got an amazing tradition. It's the only one. It's my favorite tournament to watch. I know every hole by heart. But I don't know. I don't think it's a good course. It was a good golf course, with the distance increases messed it up. Exclusivity, conditions, and history are all above Augusta as a course on its own. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 12's a good hole. Like, what are the good holes on Augusta? I like 2. I like 8. I like all the par 5s, actually. 8's sneaky good. 12 and 13 are obvious. Fifteen's all right. I'd say 15's maybe the... Well, I'm not going to say the weakest of the par 5s, but... Par 3s are... Yeah, 12's good, 16's good. I mean, 4 can burn in hell. And 6 is kind of mid, as the kids say. 2, 3, 8, 10, 11, and 15. Yeah, that's... Is 1 mid? 1 is mid. You know, seeing 1 tee shot is great, but the rest of the hole is like, eh. This is looking pretty good, guys, I think. I think this is looking pretty good. We still haven't actually... We just have a green and an apron. We really should consider how the rest of the hole is actually going to play, but... Nah. We'll figure that out after. Well, it was great because of the planting. Yes, definitely. I like this little sticky up bush. 1 and 2, I recognize every hole, but I couldn't tell you what each was. Okay. There's a new good video where they got Scheffler breaking down each hole and how he approaches it. It's pretty good. I was watching it yesterday. Phantoms, thanks for the follow, man. We got a nice little mix. We got more people over on YouTube, but yeah, I always like streaming on both platforms, especially course design. Played Persephone. Nice. Yeah, I mean, Persephone's not gonna... You don't have to think much when you play Persephone. But thanks for playing. Couldn't disagree more on Augusta National. There's a few duds, specifically 17, but it's a great course. One of the best second shots in golf. Yeah, fair enough. It's a good course. That's what I'm saying. It's a good course, but it's not, I don't think it's a great course. But that's the thing about golf and course design, is that we're all entitled to our own opinions. That's what makes it great. How much do I want to plant grass here? Like, how much will it actually show up? Let's plant, like, pockets. Weather that. Oh, I gotta start thinking about work in a bit. Starting chemistry with my 10th graders tomorrow. It's fun. Starting statistics with my math class. They're gonna hate it. Good times, good times. Crooked Stick might be your favorite. Crooked Stick. An interesting choice. I'm fond of courses near where I live. I mean, I'm very lucky to have a collection of really nice courses around. Not like I can afford to play them on a regular basis, but they are there. Look at that. That's pretty. Dye's house sits along the 18th green, so you can just sit on the porch and watch everyone's round finish. I can picture Alice just yelling at him like, "Get in here! Do the dishes! Stop watching random golfers." Although, didn't she help design a lot of his courses too? Alice Dye? They both did. Would you like to live on a golf course? I think I'd be too distracted. I think my marriage would take a hit if I lived on a golf course. Because I would be very just like, oh, I could be golfing right now. Pete and Alice, yeah, Pete and Alice die. Fortunate enough to play Pine Valley. Pine Valley would be up there for me. That's a pretty cool course. That is a pretty cool course. Look at us go. Look at all this planting we've done. I like it. I like it. Save. Chasing Scratch made a lot of jokes about how... Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. What a great podcast, by the way. My favorite golf podcast. Played Cabot Citrus Farms last week. Wow. One of your favorites? Nice. Great podcast, terrible golfers. That's what I like it, though. That's why I like it, though. I'm glad Eli's back for this season. Last season was awful when he was injured. Kind of sucked the life out of the podcast, but it seems to be back. I was listening to I went for a walk this morning because it was so nice, and I listened to their bonus podcast too. That F got me hooked on it. I built pretty much all of Thieves Landing listening to Chasing Scratch, catching up on it. I think I got current in like season 4 or season 5. No, I'm in. I give them $9 a month so I can listen to them ramble about their favorite TV shows, and I don't know. I'm a big fan. Making Riverbend in 2K? Yeah, that would be cool. How do you make tiny mounds? What, like that? Fuzzy brush. Fuzzy brush. I'm just gonna have a little kind of a little bunker at the back here to catch any errant sits. We might have to build this one ourselves here. I wish I could make this a little bit tinier. You did a course called Riverbend in 23. Was it the same Riverbend that they play on the podcast? I don't even know where that course is. Carolina, North Carolina. like 1,000 river bends. Yeah. It's a common name. Oh, yours was a fantasy course. There you go. Okay. So we've got a little bunker there. Although I think that bunker is a little bit too big. Always what happens when I try to build my own, spline my own bunkers. I seem to make them always just a bit too big. Better. There you go. Used to live on Riverbend Road. It's hard to name courses. This course I've named Carnahan Ridge. I'm not sure Mr. Carnahan has seen it yet, but I thought I'd return the favor. He named a course after me. Few thousand plays. There you go. Nice. I honestly don't even look at play counts anymore. Okay, this is definitely fleshed out over here. We do have to do more rock work over here too. Okay, we now have to look at a tee shot. Oh no, I got my first work email in 2 weeks. Oh. Oh, it's the best though. The staff meeting is canceled tomorrow. Yes. That's the best news I've heard. When you get the plays, well, I guess that it does make it, yeah, I mean, but that took a while for me to get there. But I've always said, if you're designing just for your play count, then I don't know if you're designing for the right reasons. Okay, so I think we're gonna do like 3 tee boxes. I keep my tee boxes pretty boring. I like squares and rectangles. Bite me. Put one there. I do like one here. I'm gonna do 4 tees. Then be another one kind of up on the hill here. Yep, creating and improving and I mean, there's a reason why we sit here and spend an absurd amount of hours making a fake golf course. I don't think it's necessarily just so people play them. Hard to get noticed, like we've been taught. It's very hard. The game does not do a very good job of highlighting amazing courses. First of all, because amazing courses come out every day and they just all get lost in the shuffle. Because, yeah, I do think a lot of designers walk in and be like, oh, I've made this incredible course. I'm going to publish it, spend all this time, and people are going to shower me with love, and no one else is going to play any other courses because my course is amazing. And no. Even if it's the greatest course on earth, you'll get like a day. Maybe a half a day. Yeah. That's like Maddie. Yeah. And then like Ben will publish on the same day and you'll be like, oh, well, so much for that. And then it just disappears into the abyss. You know, maybe some societies will notice it. They'll put it on. Maybe you'll get a TGC Tours event. Yeah, like who cares? I design because I enjoy designing, and I didn't design for 2 years because I didn't enjoy designing. I like it again. Oh, of course. The first couple times you're on tour, still when I find out, I mean, not like I made a course in a while, but when I find out that, you know, my course is being posted for a TGC Tours tournament, it's great. And then it's humbling when everyone tells you how much your course sucks. Because they only shot 15 under instead of 18 under. And then they say your course is unfair. That's when you know you've lived. Great. Game sucked. Yep. Yeah, you don't want your course to host a plat event. If you have to host a plat event, withdraw your course from contention. This is World Cup, Stan. You do more for... Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some creators that are doing things like course spotlights and stuff like that, but I wish I could do more. Only done a couple so far, but I'm spread thin. Like, I want to design, I want to make content, I want to stream, I want to play other games. Oh yeah, and I have a job and a kid, and yeah, it's just, I only have so many hours. Coombe Point is going on plat. Isn't that gonna be? I thought it was gonna be the Q School course. Thank goodness it isn't. I played a few holes of Acadia Lodge and just was thoroughly enjoying putting my ball in the middle of the fairway and then it just bouncing hard into the rough. Super fun. Like, damn it, Ben. It's wild. Some of the camber on that course is questionable. I don't know where I've seen that on any other courses, but hey. What's up, T? Flat weekly threads haven't changed. Oh no, it's still a dumpster fire in there. I mean, the thread. No one's really. Is anyone using the forums really anymore? I feel like forums are kind of dead. I make all sorts of forums. Like, it's more Discord and stuff. The Brew Crew. Who's the Brew Crew? Heard them before. Are they just... I don't know. Probably said camber 75 times. Camba. this tree auto-gent? It must be. Get out of here. Ah. Two hours we're into this par 3 construction. That usually I used to be able to whip through these in like 30 minutes and be like, yeah, that's good. Boop, 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 done. Not anymore. I think I just know I can't get away with my laziness anymore. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm a bit of a lazy designer. Which is why I'll never win a contest. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna bring this up a bit. No, I'm good. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little more painting, because painting is fun. Anyone who was designing back when we had shapes, do you remember we used to have to chain the shapes together in TGC1 to make like fairways and stuff? My goodness. Sometimes it takes too long to build a course. Life gets in the way. I hear that. Once you figured out how to do it effectively, I didn't mind it. But it was the Dark Ages. You couldn't sink anything into the ground. There were no such things as splines. It was rough. You had to use like benches for stairs, and you had to sculpt so that like it looked like they sunk in. It was just awful. Cut out some trees there. Boop. Okay. These trees have gotta go. Did I have to walk uphill both ways? Yes. One day, I should sit all you new designers down, and we're going to open up TGC1. And I'm going to show you how we had it back in the day. You'll be like, all right, Grandpa, whatever you say. You had your nap today? Garbage cans for bridge pillars. I remember that too. Oh man. So many great workarounds. Yeah. Let me tell you a tale, everyone. Take a walk with me. Let's open up some... Were you TGC1, Trace? Was Barry Bay a TGC1 course? I feel like you came in a little later. Niner's too good now. Makes you spend too much time perfecting things. Well, that's the thing, I think. And there's so many people that are willing to, you know... There's Maddie from Canada's out there that'll spend 5 hours on a bunker and then delete it. Like, just insane level of detail. Sometimes you feel like you have to keep up with the Joneses, right? You don't have to. that's not fun for you. That doesn't sound fun to me. I don't want to spend 5 hours perfecting a bunker. 19. Was just doing stuff not knowing the community existed. See, I love that. Love that. TGC 2019 was the late into 19 and into 21. That was like the golden age. That was the best time to be part of the community, I think. Sure, the game is much better, the designer's much better. But it did lack the character. The character! Yeah, I'm sounding old. Yeah, right around when Ben joined. Yeah. I still remember you, you would pop into my streams all the time. Like, who's this B101 guy? He's here all the time. Little did I know he would eventually become our dad. He was some bot. Like, B101 is the most bawdy name I've ever heard. But he was not. Golfing was better in TGC, in my opinion. It was just simpler, right? There was no... Like, just TGC 1 was just like, yeah. It was all skill-based. I mean, I think I would have a different opinion on it now, but... Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Everyone was still figuring out how to make the designer work. And, like, every day you'd pop onto the forums and be like, whoa, what is this course? And then you, like, jump on to play it. Be like, okay, how did they do this? What's this is new? Like, that was so fun. And we're finally getting that again with the terrain painting and stuff. We're like, oh, how did he pull off that look? So it does feel a little... It does feel fresh again. What's a sand belt? Yeah. No one knew much about actual course design. Everyone was just trying to build a course that people thought were going to be kind of fun. There wasn't a lot of thought about actual, like, proper architecture. We were just trying to figure stuff out. And then once people figured stuff out, then that started sneaking in. Judged the first Dream Team and did the first preview videos for it. Who did? Ben? I don't remember much about the first Dream Team, but I remember there wasn't Trey's a captain for it. There will be no Dream Team better than the Eddie Rhino Dream Team. That was the best. So, Brevin, why is my stuff auto-flattening? It wasn't on my last course. Did you forget to flatten the whole plot first? I mean, this plot is not auto-flattened either. Like, I have the auto-flattening on, which is okay. Yeah, that probably might be it. Yeah, no problem, Revan. Once we revive the Rhino Petty Dream Team, please. I think the community needs that. Captain, creator, visionary. I mean, Labombia Bluffs. Crazy how we still remember those courses from like 4 or 5 years ago. I remember those more than any new courses in the last 3 or 4 years. Maybe that's just because I was more involved in that time, but there a way to turn off the auto flattening without flattening the whole course? No, there is not. I wish there was, but there is not. And I think there was a reason to do that. I think it just the new designers, if the auto flattening wasn't on, there would be some god-awful golf courses, because sculpting's hard. Community is bigger now, but it was tighter back then. 100%. I did like the smaller, tight-knit community. I mean, it still is, in a way, but it's 10 times bigger than it used to be. Do fairway settings limit the flattening? No. Like roll and stuff like that? No. It just limits how it plays. Alright, we're getting there. Now we gotta do some painting here. Things only happen on the forums. Yeah, that too. Yeah, there was no Discord. What is this thing? Okay. Plant meter is at 8.5. Like I said, I like keeping it around. This took a lot of planting. Around 5% a hole. So we're under. All right, buddy. Thanks for hanging out, Ben. Appreciate you. Down to the water here. Terrain painting is so fun now. It would take hours to get a look even remotely like this. And now you can do it in 10 seconds. Absolutely the biggest game changer we have. I do have to actually have to add some definition to the rock, I find. Otherwise it looks a little, it literally looks painted on. Get too close, it really highlights it. You have to add a little bit of definition in spots, even just doing this. Easy. Okay. Want to use splines to design the shape of my greens, but can't seem to get the edges rounded off right. Okay. So, well, let's do a little green tutorial here. Why not? Need a little break from planting anyway. Let me save this. Let me see if I can show you, Jack. So if I want to build a green, kind of what I'll do first is I'll use my little measure tool and kind of draw out a green. Let's just draw something kind of basic here. Something with some rounded edges too. That's not basic, but that'll do. Something like that. And you're saying you're having trouble, can't seem to get the edges rounded off right. It shouldn't be maybe you're not smoothing it. So now I'm just gonna race. I don't need a ton of splines because you're gonna smooth this out here in a second. Not sure if I'm even answering your question, but go. Okay, and then what I usually do, Winky, thanks for the follow, is I will go to smooth and sharpen, and then I will just go smooth the entire spline, and that should smooth it all out. And then I would just go along and obviously flatten this because I have the auto flattening on. That's it. Is that your question? Wait, smooth enough? Maybe you're not using enough splines? I don't know. Like, that's pretty smooth, right? I don't know. Practice, I guess. I used fairway. Oh well, same thing. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Watch your design YouTube videos. I'm gonna give it a try next month. Nice. It's fun. It's time consuming, but once you get the hang of it, it'll take you a while to get stuff like this going, but it's a fun little hobby. This light rough is way too dark, isn't it? Play around with another texture. Way too dark. Get used to blend. There we go. That's what I want. That's better. Oh, what happened there? Lots of patience. No problem, Jack. All right. Still have to finish planting in here because we've added extra rock and stuff, so we'll do that. Okay. Get back into the painting. Time is it? 12 o'clock. Probably got maybe another hour. And my wife and daughter will be home, and then I am on dad duty. I might take her to the park or something. My wife has given me a lot of time to stream and stuff this week, which is nice. Want to create a local course? What I'd suggest is before you try to take that on, is to just build a fantasy course with stuff out of the top of your head first. Get used to the tools. It is very hard to recreate a real life course in this game. I don't do it. I don't do it. I refuse. I use inspiration, but you know, it's hard to do. So I would recommend when you're just starting out, and I know everyone wants to build their local course when they start out, but if you want to get better, I would start with something different first. Oh, I might be less than an hour. My wife's just texting me from the movie theater. Start building something random and work from there. Yeah, just get some practice with building the tools and stuff. Yeah, scaling is very hard. Like, you see a green and you want to recreate it, and then you make it like 10 times bigger than it is in real life. So, get a hang of that first. And expect your first 5 courses just to be terrible. That's how you get better. I suck at scaling too. That's a big reason why I don't try to build real life courses. Yeah, I think so. Like the guys that really are into that and like do very good realistic ones, they're using LiDAR data, they're using elevation maps, they're using Google, they're using all these weird tools that I just don't have the time for. And I'm a person that, like, if I were to set out to, like, hey, I want to build this course, if it doesn't look exactly like it does in real life, I won't do it. And I know I can't achieve that look, so I don't even bother. Oh yeah, it's but I mean, at the end of the day, it's fun. Like, if you want to try building your own course, it might not look anything like it, but hell, give it a go. It might be good enough for you, and that's really all that matters. That might be all that matters for you. Okay. I think we're going to probably plant this hill here and then around this pond. And then this hole is closing in on done. How long is usually top notch? 60 to 100 hours. That's kind of the sweet spot. Some people take a lot more. I mean, right now I started this hole 2 hours and 17 minutes ago, and we're not done yet. But again, sometimes you can build a course, a hole in 30 minutes or an hour. It's you can build a functional course in 10 to 20 hours. It's not going to be probably very good unless you have a real good grasp of the tools. Even then, yeah. Usually munis don't really look great in a video game, but you know, if you got ties to that course and you really like that course, maybe it does. It looks fine. I always route first. Always route 18 first. Although you can't see my routing, but and then I adjust, obviously, but because there is a common designer mistake where you're like, oh, there's a good hole. 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 And then you're here and you're like, well, now what? You don't want to get close to this ugly edge. Even that's getting a little close for me, but you want to keep it real tight in the center as best you can. All right, Winky. Thanks for hopping in. That's you? Oh, don't do that. All right. So we want to try... I don't want to murder the meter here. So we got to be a little strategic with our planting. bushes are going to be a bit bigger. Also going to actually, let's terrain paint this first, because that usually can help it. Go there, do this, drop it down to like 30. Finding is pretty good. All right, we're moving along pretty good here. This hole is getting very close to completion. And it's a pretty straightforward par 3, but wondering if I need something. Literally have to click and wait a second or two. Yeah, that's... Unfortunately, the consoles are a lot slower with designing. It always has been that case. It's honestly a reason I got into PC gaming when it first started, is it was even more predominant in like the older versions of the game when they were running on like PS4s and Xbox, whatever the old Xbox was called. Yeah. 360s. Yeah, once I saw that, I literally am like, I'm going to buy a PC. And I've not looked back. It is so much quicker. It does slow down as you get to the end of the course, obviously, and you have more objects down. You know, once that object meter starts creeping up to into the 100, near 100, then it's going to get a little sluggish, but... yeah, I mean, course design is a labor of love, I guess. You can spend as much or as little time on it as you want. For some weird reason, there's a bunch of us that like to do this. Holes here. Let's drop that down a bit. I think that grass is going to start causing issues with our sight line here. Just take a quick peek. Oh, actually, that's not even the right tee box. This is, most people are going to be playing for the back. right, so getting there. Let's save it again. A little more terrain paint. Why do we even have forward tee boxes? I don't know. Sometimes it just like takes up some extra space. Which I can find helpful sometimes. Yep. Fake tee boxes, fake golf holes, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are using or building fake holes to take up space. Haven't done that yet. Can't say I've done that yet. Dang. I'm pretty happy with this, actually. Pretty happy with this. How this has all turned out. Might even, just for funsies, just... and like a stupid rock. Out of the stream here. Are there ducks? Do they work? There's ducks. Where are you, duck? Do they not work? Goose? Where are you? Here, ducky, ducky, ducky. Oh, is that what it is? They gotta be on the water table? Oh, oh, there he is. Well, you can't even bring him up. Oh, come on. They gotta fix that. What are we doing? Well, that's stupid. Alright, well, pointless then. There's some dragonflies. Or where he is. Yoo-hoo. Are these on the water table too? What is the point of these? You can raise the flies. I just saw one. Placing a single fly. No idea where he is. Okay, last part is we now just need to green out the playable area here. I just need to decide where that is. That's going to be the path to the third hole, so we'll kind of make like a little... I'm going to just do that now. Path it up. It's like a mulch. Not sure what the mulch is going to look like, but... Path. That. Ooh, we are not going to use that. And not as awful looking. And we need to blend it better too. There's the blending. Is there a way to blend these? There it is. Oh, my bendy. That's better. Perfect. Kind of plant in there a little bit just to make it a bit more of a nature-y path. Nature-y? Is that a word? Nature-y. I guess we're gonna have to paint the backside too. Pretty neat. What's pretty neat? Yeah. Neat. Back here. A little shiny with the lighting. I feel like I've nailed the terrain paint. I love it. Okay. This is a lot for a very basic one-shot hole. Which I haven't done anything with the green or anything yet, but I feel like it's sitting pretty nicely. You can kind of see two poking in there. All right. Opacity of the brush. Yeah, I don't like the color of the brush this year. It used to be a dark blue. Now it's this weird like cyan, and it's just garbage. I hate it so much. But apparently the reason behind the change was it's more colorblind friendly, I guess, so. Fair enough, I guess. I just wish you could, like, change the color. It'd be kind of nice to do. Give us a little option to change it. What am I trying to do here? Surfaces. Alright, let's spline out some heavy rough. We'll kind of bring it in here. Not here unless the process. Also, hi Jennifer. Who's Jennifer? Hi Jennifer. We'll keep that all pretty green. Probably all the way over here. Cut it back. Yes, I can. Just give me 1 sec. She green. I like it. I like it. How's she look from the tee box? Beautiful. We'll have to obviously fiddle with playability and stuff, but it's pretty close. Not trying to make this a stupidly hard course or anything like that, so we'll play around with some green stuff. I haven't multi-pinned any of this yet. Probably save the greens for later. Oh, right, textures. So I am using, for my topsoil, I am using this one that's on the bottom left of the second page. That guy right there. That one. Subsoil A is this middle one on the first page. Subsoil B, I don't think... Oh no, I did touch a bit. It's on the second page. That one. And then the rock is far bottom right. Out there, that one. And I'm not using full opacity. I mean, the rock I'm running at about 80 to 90. Subsoil A, kind of in here, I'm running at about 30 or 40. Sometimes even a little bit lighter than that. And then my weathering, I'm running at about 50%. So, yeah. Really touched the weathering texture. I think. Yeah, we're gonna keep it as shows up the most. Okay. have to do a little bit more work here. I'll be a little bit over my 5% rule these first 2 holes, but not by much. I mean, using having a rough 5% meter per hole, it still gives you 10% for the clubhouse area and other extras, which I tend to never use, so go a little bit over. And I'm still here, man. Still here. We're pretty much done our second hole. Looks pretty good. Like I almost remember what I'm doing. I'm on Swiss right now. Swiss theme. Yeah, I think I've nailed the terrain painting for this look that I want. I'm not 100% loving my heavy rough texture. I think it's a bit too green, but it's pretty close. Okay. We are getting there. Maybe we'll fiddle with the greens too. Try to, that's my weak. That's the by far the weakest part of my design is doing greens properly, making them fun and not just like random, which I find hard to do. All right, one is mint. 2 is also looking good. Got some empty space here. I have to figure out what I want to do there because this is the edge of the plot and that's a bunch of nothingness. I mean, I could bring the coast right in. Ooh, I wonder. I mean, I could even bring it into here. Hold tight. Maybe we aren't going to work on the green right now. It might even come into play here on 5. All right, we got a lot of land to move here. Let's try it. We can always default back. This is quite down quite a bit. Chop all this off first. Go too far. Always plays weird games on the edge, but fine. Whoop. Careful. Careful now. Ooh, careful now. I don't want to get it too much closer over there. And fiddle around with it over here. Definitely brings it in a bit. And it even brings it into play a little bit on 5. Not into play, but... it could. Maybe even bring it all the way over here. And then maybe I could ridge it up back there. That's for another day, but that at least helps a little bit. Could use a sharper brush and get right down there. Slope the rest of the land back to the coast. Really having it right up on the edge here. Whoops a bit. I don't have to plant as much. I mean, that's not really gonna be visible at all. You're gonna get maybe a few, like a little look at it as you're playing 1. You'll get a peek at 5, maybe. You'll get a peek at 7, and then that's probably it. That's fine. Let's not get too crazy. I like it. All right. All right. My wife is on the way home. We're not going to bother with the greens right now. That's it. It's been a fun week of streaming and chilling and designing and playing your guys' courses. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, but I got to get back to work tomorrow. So we're going to be back to more regular. I'm going to try to do once a week for sure, Thursday nights, maybe Friday nights as well. Maybe the occasional weekend day stream, depending on what I've got going on each weekend. But yeah, that'll kind of be the thing up until the end of June, and then it'll get real random in the summer. But yeah, thanks guys for hanging out with me, and appreciate you very much. Have a good rest of your day, and I will send you over to, well, G-Dog, obviously. Go say hi to G. And have a good one. See you guys.